Good morning, Twin Flame Tarot and AS. Thanks for coming. If you want to go to the Zoom, let me know. I will text you the code and path here, passcode here. Actually, it's always the same thing, right? Passcode. Just give me a second. So here is the Zoom. If you want to come in. Actually, I want to talk about I use the DeepSeek to translate Liu Dongbing, one of the Taoist immortals, poem. So it's his realization about awakening. If you're interested, actually, I don't know. Because DeepSeek is different than Google, right? So if you use different words, to ask the DeepSeek to do, it will give you different answer. It's not like it's a fixed one. So I cannot give you the. Let me try. I don't know if I can share this DeepSeek translation with you. No. Let me know if you can see it. So this Master Liu, it's it's a 100-word poem. So it is structured as 20 lines of 5 characters each. Someone is coming. Alex is coming. Oh, okay. Hello. Can you hear me?
Hi.
Hello. I can hear your voice now. Yeah. Hello. I can hear your voice now. Oh, it's
Yeah,
loud.
I have to get off the YouTube because it was like echoing.
Okay. But at my side, there's no problem. So it's.
Yeah, I think it's just me.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Pretty good. Very well. So where are you? Stay?
I'm actually in the UK right now.
Oh, nice.
I'm not from the UK, but I'm here for the time being.
Okay, traveling there. Nice.
Yeah.
So any, yeah, I don't know, any questions or any experience you want to share in the path of awakening or meditation?
I think for me with the path, I think the most challenging thing that I've had is how the mind kind of infiltrates on the practice of presence.
Nice.
And yeah.
So the principle is same. You back to the pure awareness or your presence again and again.
Mm-hmm.
It's need time to train the monkey mind and come back home. Do you sit meditate?
I do, yeah.
Nice. So how to dedicate a time that a period of time every day that you can sit there and do nothing. This is critical because once you have this how to say experience or realization in sitting meditation, meaning you can be aware and doing nothing and watch your mind, and you can bring this same principle to everyday activity. But it's harder for sure when you're doing things because you're using the mind. Like now, I'm using my mind to talk with you, but like 20% of my awareness rests in my, in myself. I can feel my presence and talk with you. So you don't completely lose yourself while you're doing things. Actually, you can use your 100% of mind to really focus on something, but it's okay too. When we are fully engaged in a very important task or something, it's a kind of that the awareness and contents awareness becomes one. So it's another type of meditation or oneness. But before that happens, I mean, in each moment, you're fully one with everything. Try to bring your mind or attention, actually, your attention to the presence. Like now, feel the body, feel I'm feeling I'm talking to you. You always have a gap between the sentence or words, right?
Mm-hmm.
So your presence is always there as a background. So you don't lose your true self.
Mm-hmm. I think
Yeah.
For me, it's. I mean, I'm fairly quite new on this journey. I've only been practicing for a few months,
Good
and
enough.
and I think I'm at a point where there's a specific time for meditation that my mind thinks, okay, this is a doing, this is a task that I have to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like everything else I'm trying to incorporate presence within that. And I completely understand what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
But
Nice.
I think my mind is a little bit more in control at the moment. So when it comes to things outside of the sitting practice, it kind of has a bit of a powerful force and takes over in those moments.
It's
But I
quite,
completely understand what you're saying.
It's quite natural because the momentum is very strong. I mean, the habitual thinking or behavior, the mindset is so strong. So it takes time to. So basically, it's you're conscious now. I'm conscious now. I'm consciously telling the subconscious mind, okay, be still, be present, and this conversation maybe can last a couple of years until the subconscious mind is naturally how to say agree with naturally present. That takes time. But eventually, this meditation or mindfulness will lead you to the understanding of the reality, the big reality we call wisdom. You realize the totality or the ultimate truth, and that understanding will again help you to relax, to meditate, to enjoy your life.
Yeah. Yeah, I completely get what you're saying. I think
Nice.
It's just a part of the process at the moment that I'm going through. And I think, again, I have to be careful that it's not, the mind doesn't see this as like a goal, as like an expectation, because I think that's kind of been a bit of a hindrance as well. But I'm assuming that through continuous practice, things start to make more sense on a deeper level.
Definitely, if you have this principle and you need practice, everyone does. The Bodhidharma, the first patriarch of Zen Buddhism, or Zen, or Chan in Chinese, he said there's only two entrances to the ultimate reality, let's say. First, you have to understand. It's an entrance of understanding, or like a theory. And second is the practice, 理入, 行入. So he just simply defined the path of awakening into two entrances. And we need to do at the same time. It's like this principle can apply to everything, actually. When you play piano, you need study theory, you need practice. Everything else is the same thing. In the path of awakening, we need to understand the principle is calm down the mind, bring back the monkey mind to the presence again and again and again, maybe thousands, millions, trillions times, until one day you can be present without any effort. And gradually, you will see the truth. You will experience the truth. Every moment, every place. So the true self is beyond space and time. But manifested in space and time. So it's like the Jesus teaching, you are in the world, but you are not of this world. You experience that. You realize that. And from that moment, the mission completed. Then all the rest is you enjoy and you discover, you deeply seek the magics of this universe. It's fantastic. There's no end for this discovery. It's so beautiful, so beautiful. So may I know, what do you do as a career, as a job?
I actually work in in the government.
Oh,
so
nice.
It's quite your typical 9 to 5.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's you're kind of in that office environment, and you're around a lot. Well, I'm around a lot of people from different age ranges and things like that. So it is interesting to see different humans and how they react to things. You're around it a lot. So yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, the whole world is beautiful, and we do have 8 billion different mindsets. Everyone's mindset is different, even is in the same family, brothers, sisters, or twins. Because but underneath every difference, if you can see actually their presence, so at that moment you're connecting with them at deeper level. Like now, I cannot see you, but I can hear your voice. I have no idea who you are. I mean, your job or any how to say your social roles. But I'm talking with you, the pure presence right now. That's my understanding. But in a very unique form and name and background and so on. But at that, as long as I recognize you as a presence and I is this identical same presence, then I'm connected with you in a deeper level. No matter your mindset is different from mindset, it's okay. Totally okay. At this moment, actually, we can open our mind and heart to have that harmony, and this is the foundation for any cooperation or friendship or good things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because I think I know everybody can have access to going as deep as they want to in their lives if they choose to do so. But I think I'm probably approaching this maybe from like a separation point of view. But I can people that I know in my personal life, like I can tell that that's not they're not that their life is not meant for them to awaken. In some ways, even though they can if they want to, but they're more focused on other things, and that's okay. And I think sometimes I feel a little bit that, well, I assume this is the ego that is almost having a hard time, like feels like it wants to have like a normal human life, and this idea of presence and this practice at the beginning is challenging and uncomfortable, and it looks to other people and almost feels a little bit envious that their life seems simpler, even though it's not, but it just seems that way.
Yes, our mind play tricks. But again, there's only one universal key to solve all the problems is to back to the inner peace, calm, stillness as pure observer. Like now, you can feel your body, feel your breath, your heartbeat maybe, and your room, your surroundings. This also is a time that the presence can be free from the mindset. Most time a negative one. You notice you're present, and it's our own nature. The more you can sit in this, like, let's say, the field of presence, the more confident you are, because you're realizing you're doing the right thing. You're doing the how to say, it's not doing either. You're right. You're confident. I can connect with my presence, my true self, and everything else is just a manifestation within my presence. So this zooming out, I say step back to see the picture, the whole picture, outside and inside, is very, very critical. So once we can sit in this field of pure awareness or presence, you can try to describe it. How big it is. What's the size of your presence? Can anyone draw a line that within 10 meters away from you, within this 10 meters, that's the size of awareness? No. About 100 meters away from you. So you look outside the buildings, you can see further. So you see, by asking these questions to ourselves, you realize your presence has no boundary. It's all inclusive. Everything is included within you, the presence. And the second question could be, what's the color of your presence? Well, the presence or awareness has no color, but every color is presented, right? What's the shape of this presence or your true self? There's no shape, but every shape is presented. And you can keep asking, does your presence itself have a tone or weight, texture? And all the answers are no. All the answers are no, because your presence is is beyond any attribute. Sorry, but all the attributes can included. So the more you realize this, the more confident that, oh yes, and you can understand all the sages' teachings. They're talking about this. Are you still there? Yes. Okay. Oh, sorry.
Yes.
I just saw you. Oh, I didn't see you. Okay. Hey. Yeah, this practice is, you know, we need it every day to, how to say, to experience it more and more, and until it becomes a another momentum that you're always in the flow. You're not separated from your presence, and it cannot be separated. The mind separated. It's weird.
I know.
Hello, Alex.
No, it's Sveta. It's another window you must have.
Okay, hi. Oh, I saw you now. Yeah.
Hi. Good to see you. I missed a couple of sessions, and I have a pile of questions for you.
Please.
Let's start from the end. You were just saying, and it always confusing me, the limits of your awareness. It is unlimited. But my brain says that you can't see into the space. You can't hear 50 kilometers away. And this feels like a border or a limit for the awareness.
That's a good question. So our five senses are limited, but we do have a heart. Let's say, visualize a red apple in your mind. Red apple. Instantly, you can have that image within your mind, your brain or mind. So this visualization or imagination is unlimited. Our five senses is limited.
So is it more like experience rather than knowing?
I would say both. We need both. So in deep meditation, that's why we need meditation too. So you realize that you can be one with everything untouched. You know it through practice. So knowing and practice need combined. It's like Buddha's teaching: morality first, be a good man, no killing, no cheating, no hurting others. That's the first step. Then meditation, concentrate your mind to do one thing at one time, or be calm, be still, be silent. Then wisdom. So we need meditation and the wisdom at the same time. Meaning you can be like you are the total ocean as a wave. You feel both. So back to the question of practice, 5 minutes ago. How big is your awareness? Can I join 9 that within these 10 meters or 100 meters or 1 kilometers away from you, within this boundary is your awareness and outside is not? No, I cannot. No one can say that.
For that, I need to separate from my body, what my body can perceive.
Yes. So the body mind just a fraction of that totality. You know, we can digest, we can, when you eat an apple, it becomes part of your body. This is wonderful thing already. Digestion and distribution of that nutrition and become your body. Are you doing it? No, you're not doing it. There's a higher intelligence doing it, this for you, for everyone. So you're understanding that there's greater intelligence working right now. Is that real? You realize from this limited room or body, oh, actually, there's a greater intelligence right there, always helping us. So at this moment, you are relaxed. You will be thankful for very small things, like a breath, like a heart beating, like a apple. You can eat an apple, become your body. That thing is working on you all the time, helping us. The ability to walk is a lot of corporations. we took this little small ability for granted for lots of years. Raise up the hand is magic. And your presence is the most magical thing. The presence, the awareness is the manifestation of that greater intelligence. So my logic here is no presence, no experience, right? No awareness, no experience. Do you agree?
Yes.
And no experience, no knowledge, no learning, no anything. So meditation or awakening is go back. It's not go other way, it's going this way, going within. Oh, you realize the presence is foundation, or awareness is the foundation of anything. No awareness, no experience, no knowledge, no fun, no sorrow, nothing else at all. So you go back, and it's a process of deduction. Because if you go outward, this is complexity. This is huge, things there. So you may very easily get confused and lost. So the simple way is go within. So in the Tao Te Ching, so 道者反之动. So back to Tao is go within, to simplify, to be simple as you can. So what's the simplest thing you can be? Your presence. You cannot go any simpler. Because without presence or awareness, no experience, nothing else, no family, nothing will follow. Okay, no world. So my understanding is, I'm the awareness experiencing the whole world right now, the body, the mind, the world. So that's the moment of awakening. That's the moment of letting go. Disidentification. Because we get used to identify, I'm the body, I'm the mind. That's the beginning of suffering.
So if you will take Tao Te Ching, or how you pronounce it correctly, it's the path from 10,000 things to one thing.
Yes. So in Tao Te Ching we say the Tao create one, and one create two, two create three, and three creates 10,000 things. So we should go, if awakening is from 10,000 things to 3, to 2, to 1. And once you can become 1, you get closer to the Tao. The Tao cannot be spoken, but your presence is the manifestation of the Tao, of the ultimate reality. That's the moment you are so relaxed. Wow, actually, I'm always caressed by Tao, or helped by, nourished. So you're aware, I'm aware, 10 billion people are aware. But only very little portion of these 10 billion people are aware that they are the awareness itself. So they suffer.
And I have a question about Tao Te Ching. So there is one thing, create two. We have oneness.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's a duality. It's two things.
Yes.
Then it creates three things. Is it money? Mind, body, soul?
Yes. You can think that way, and do realize it in your deep meditation too. Because different people have different explanation, but it's a good explanation for you. Also realize it in your deep meditation or everyday life. Because we are trying to analyzing something that can be analyzed. Okay. So the Tao generates your presence, let's say. The great intelligence, that ultimate reality, make you aware. And from this awareness, you have a dual mind. You look everything in duality, and big, small, strong, weak, poor, rich, square, round. It's okay. The mind is the application of the awareness. So the Tao first, awareness second. Awareness is the application of the Tao, and the mind is the application of the awareness. And now from the mind, there's 10,000 things. the awakening is going from 10,000 things to body, mind, soul to like dual mind, then to the presence of awareness. Once you can sit within the awareness, actually you sit within the Tao too. Or traditionally we call God. Now in physics they call this the field or zero energy or quantum field, and they use different names to talk about this.
And may I ask another question about deep meditation?
Please.
I watched some of Muji meditations.
Great. My favorite
And
teacher.
Sorry?
It's my Muji is my favorite teacher too.
Yeah, I love him. And it was so funny that you're relaxing, and at some point he says, if your body tells you that you're about to fall asleep, you need to step over it. Like, don't let yourself fall asleep. Go further. And at this moment, actually, he said it before. I always says before I felt like I'm switching off.
Mm-hmm.
And moment, if you really push further and don't let yourself fall asleep, it's like you say ultimate zooming out. You're like falling backwards a little bit, even though I'm meditating lying down, but still feels like I'm falling backwards.
So yes, it's a very interesting and important question. So in deep sleep, who are you? In deep sleep, you're not dead, but you know that it's like now sometimes we say we have this metaphor. Your awareness is like a mirror, and your body, mind, and the world are the contents of this mirror. Okay, and as a human being, as average human being, we need 5 senses to be aware of something. Like I'm aware of my hands, I'm aware of I'm talking to you. So in deep sleep, the 5 senses stop working. So now there's no contents. So if there's no contents, the mirror, or let's say the contents are the contents awareness in the same analogy is that the reflections of the mirror. Okay, now there's low reflections of your pure awareness. Now the awareness does not exist either. So you're back to the Tao. So as I said, the awareness is the manifestation of the Tao, right? But the awareness need coexist with the contents of awareness. It's like you cannot call a mirror if there's nothing in the mirror. So the mirror and the reflections coexist. And in deep sleep, both of them seemingly disappear. But you're not dead, you're in the Tao. The Tao is behind your presence and the contents of the presence, or the behind the mirror and reflections. So that's my understanding now. So there's no death in this way.
Yeah, it was interesting realization that it's pretty much equal, probably, this state of deep meditation and death. Mm-hmm. But I'm just curious why body wants to pass away, to fall asleep, and what is this switch if you step over this automatic falling asleep, if you refuse to do it and stay present.
Yeah, if you feel if you feel sleepy, then it's the body. It tells you you need some rest. So the waves of that ocean totality needs a, a resting time. So, but if you say I do not want to be sleepy now. I want to meditate. So you can sit up straight, cross your legs. So in that way, it's very hard for you to fall asleep. That's why we sit up straight and your spine is vertical to the ground. But yeah, it can prolong your meditation time, sure. But again, ultimately, no matter you're meditating, you're not meditating, you're awake or not, you're sleep in sleep, you're always within this Tao. You cannot escape. How can you escape from the ultimate? If you can escape from ultimate, then that ultimate is not ultimate. And also, there's only one ultimate truth, and everything else is secondary truth, like up and down, left and right. That's a moment of relaxation too. Wow. That's why Muji said, why you try to pedaling the boat while the whole boat is in a nuclear powered carrier? It's like you're swimming in a little pool, a pond. You try to pedal it going faster, but this little pond is within a huge nuclear powered carrier. Why you keep doing that? Everyone is doing that now. You know that great intelligence is much more powerful than your manpower. Come on.
I was just thinking it's a very interesting switch for me during meditation, even if I'm not tired, when I don't allow my focus to go onto some specific thing, like you said, one point meditation, concentration, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And the mind is like, okay, we will fall asleep then. And I'm like, no, I'm not falling asleep. And it's like brain doesn't have anything to do anymore,
Mm-hmm.
doesn't focus on anything. And it's like sudden dissolving into everything, like a little bit of Satori experience, maybe.
Yes, so that's why I said the best time to meditate is in the morning. I mean, you have a sound rest, so in the morning you have very good energy. You don't want to fall asleep again. So find your time that good for meditation, because everyone is different.
But you also were saying that in the morning the energy goes up, like rising energy, in the morning.
Yes, more young in the morning, yeah, like sun rising in the horizon, So you can use that uprising energy to be more present. So in the Taoist practice, the best they use that if you're living in the mountains. So there's a time that the sun rising from horizon, right? So they can use that time, like 1 hour, to absorb more energy. Generally speaking, it's like between 6 and 8 or depends on your zone, right? Like now, you are very present. I am. You can use this time no matter you're talking or you're listening, the presence is there as background. It's like your awareness is embracing everything outside and inside. So this is the, I would say, more practical practice. It is always so, actually, but the mind, the habitual mind, unawakened mind does not agree with this because they used to think we are separated. Oh, he's he, I'm I. But your presence now is all-inclusive. My voice, your body sensation, your room, my image on your phone, your breath is all included. So that's a I would say maybe a higher level of meditation or realization. Or in more logical, or is you're the space. You are the space right now. Every object is presented within you, right? The more you think so, the more you realize in this way, the more confident you become. Oh, yes, that's the truth. And it takes a little while of practice to be 100 sure. 100 sure, 100%, yeah. And becomes more natural, effortless.
When I first started to watch your channel and lives, I remember you were saying you just start with 1 minute of meditation. And I told you before that I do have quite enough time to meditate. I'm living just by myself, don't have much to do. But even when I'm driving, I'm trying, anytime I remember to draw the second line.
Yes.
That's what I do.
Nice. So your attention is attentive to me right now. So right. So like now, I can watch your image on my cell phone. So my attention is outgoing. So if you want to practice deeper meditation, so at the same time, ask your attention back to your presence. So it's a loop. This outgoing attention and inward going attention is a relative teaching either. Is a relative teaching too. It's always a loop. Or in other words, your awareness is all inclusive. Everything is within you right now. But we use this relative teaching to, to realize step by step. There's only, you are, how to say, there's only you. There's only you, the awareness. Everything else is the application of the awareness. That's the final realization. It seems as a you there and me here and the 8 billion people, they are all the awareness, looking through that awareness and projecting a body, mind, and world. Okay, there's only you. But there's only pure awareness. This you is not proper either. Because when I say you, there's something not you. So back to that oneness. There's only pure awareness. There's only this ultimate truth or this ultimate reality. Every other things are the application of this ultimate reality. And it is always complete, perfect. Tell me, if heaven is that, I can use heaven as that thing, is heaven incomplete and imperfect? You see?
But it's relative to hell still.
Yes. Within this ultimate truth, there's infinite relative things. But once you see, in this total ocean, there's infinite waves. But once you see the totality, you see also in the relatives, there's ultimate truth. That's the relaxation. That's the healing. That's the end of suffering. Underneath every imperfect thing, so stuff, people, there's a perfection already there. And this realization starts from you, from me, from the heart. That's why Jesus said, flip. So lift up a piece of rock, you will find me there. It's so beautiful. That's the true teaching. Is the observer realize it first, then he realized everything within this observation is perfect and complete. We are in the heaven right now. You don't need to go, far away or after death. No, it is here now. That's the freedom. Oh my God. The place you're looking for is the place you're looking from. There is no other place. There's no other time. And this is the destination for every human being. That's capsulated by their limited mind and body. Once you can set yourself free, it's like it's a supernova. Shines over the universe. And for this moment, universe has been waiting for long, millions of years. Or in Buddhism, we say even time is an improper word. From beginningless time. That's so wise. From beginningless time, you are that already. Tell me anything else that is so encouraging, so healing, so powerful. Tell me anything. That's why Shakyamuni Buddha left his kingdom to search for this total freedom.
Thank you for sharing.
And there's a YouTuber here, A and then D. Thanks for coming. Daydream is what I do. I sit and stare out at beauty. Daydreaming, Hills. Yes. Daydreaming. So if you realize you're daydreaming, you're not dreaming. So there's maybe a new technique. Our five senses are working right now. So I can see, I can hear, I can talk, I can smell, I can taste. All these, like five senses, is like umbrellas of that field to experience. And again, the key is no abiding. Your five senses are working very well now, and including the sixth, the mind. You see they're working perfectly, but you are not attached to one of them. So that's an open monitoring. So I won't say it's a higher level, because as a beginner, we try to shut them down. I mean, filter, right? Filter them. I don't want my five senses. I want to be quiet. But if you can use your five senses, try to touch, try to smell, try to look, try to sense. It's beautiful. It's not disturbing. It's helping you. So I would say it's a higher level. The whole world is magical, is wonderful, because you have these five senses, including the mind. six senses, let's say. Now, the boss and the CEO has a very good relationship. The corporation of you, I mean, in this way, you understand more, you realize more, you can help more and love more. All the 5 or 6 inputs and outputs of the 6 senses is not burden for you. It's a servant for you. They're serving you right now. So it's a different perception. Of course, if your 5 senses or mind is too active or overwhelming, you back to you draw within. I mean, you step back. Hold on, don't let me alone first. Okay, I'm here. Back to the inner peace for a little while, for minutes, hours, days, months, years, lives, and after that, okay, spring is coming. Hibernation is ending. Let's go outside. It's very funny. It's very funny. I'm at the second step right now. I'm just telling you the truth. 10 years ago, I tried to, zoom out more. Zoom out, see totality, be still, be peaceful. Now I'm zooming in more. Wow, the whole world is your playground, and you need the mirror lead reflection to reflect the hidden patterns, the hidden emotions. So the best place for practice is in your family, is with one you don't like. Okay, the one you dislike the most is the best teacher.
And may I ask probably one last question about your last statement?
Yes, please.
Someone who could be your best teacher. So if you can detach from your emotions, preferences, I do like, I don't like, this is annoying, I really don't like it, and you detached, you're just watching your persona, your ego to react. And if you really don't like it, and it's not a person that you can have empathy for, you can understand, let's say something that just annoys you, a building in front of your house or something like that, that you can't analyze and there is no persona behind it, or it's just some situation that keeps on coming and it keeps on annoying you. What do? You just watch your emotional reactions and they dissolve time?
If it's too overwhelming, so you leave from that situation, right? You go leave that room or leave that people for a moment. If it's too overwhelming, if it's not, you can watch your emotions, yeah, your reactions of the body and the mind, and you allow. So be silent and still. Not only allowing yourself has that reaction, but also allow the the other to speak or to behave or anything to act. We need that, like, space, allowance, you know, net to sit again back to the home again. Like now, you can, while you're watching me or listening, you can back to your presence and see your actions, mindsets, and see others' patterns. You have that total picture. Your reaction is related to his or her reaction or behavior. There's a relationship, there's a loop, there's energy flow, there's an emotional flow or circulations. So you see that's waves. You see all the waves, small, big, in the body of the mind, of his body, of his mind, and everyone else in the room, or you see that total picture, and it's all relational. In other words, it's relative. So you you can detach from all the situations, people's, to the true self, which is not relative, it's ultimate. So it's not limited, or it's boundless. So that period of allowing is very critical. Otherwise, we always fall into the habitual emotions and reactions. It's so strong and quick. So don't practice within when it's so overwhelming or it's so strong. No, we practice while in the little things, small things. You can be present, and gradually, the momentum of stillness or your presence is strong enough to resist or to bear that outside chaotic world. It's like you have to nourish yourself from a seed, you know, to a sampling, to a little small trees, to grow and grow to a giant redwood tree. One day you can bear the lightning, the thunder, the hurricane. It takes time. Your inner power and stillness can grow.
And eventually, this thing just wouldn't bother you anymore.
But that's power from of course, the meditation or stillness. So stillness is just one part. There's another part is the wisdom, and you see that every waves are empty. Every people, the situation, the reactions are empty because it has no true self there. Everything is changing. We maybe he or she behaves very nastily or very bad that day, but behind that moment, he's a okay, he's a good lady, he's fine gentleman. Things will change. That in that moment, you also see the emptiness of that phenomenon. So stillness, meditation, and the wisdom, understanding of the emptiness should be combined. That's why the sixth patriarch, Master Huineng said, meditation and wisdom combined together at every moment, at every place, at every situation, within every relationship. 定慧等持 50% meditation or stillness, 50% of wisdom, seeing the nature of the world, of the body, of the mind are empty. So that's why I said that the Buddha is master of 2 feet. 1 feet in a meditation or stillness or silence, 1 foot in the wisdom, the realization of everything. And yeah, 二足尊. So in Chinese we say 二足, the master of. So that's also Jesus said, you are in the world, but you are not of this world. You see, to talk about ultimate truth, all the sages have different sentences, words to describe it. But ultimately, once you realize it, they are talking about the same thing, just in different words, signs, symbols. And that, again, makes you more confident. Wow, you are aligned with sages now. You're in the same room with the sages, with Jesus, with Buddha, with Lao, with Allah. You become more invincible because now you're not alone. The sages becomes your allies. Wow. And that's why, some masters have superpowers. I try to develop 1 or 2 or couple. But it's not for myself. It's to convince people, this world is wonderful. And everyone can achieve this.
Could I ask a question, just following up what you just said?
Please.
Why does the mind perpetuate that suffering? So, for example, if somebody triggers you or upsets you, or you don't like their behavior, you take yourself away from that situation. Why does the mind keep replaying that person or that situation to kind of like, why does it do that?
It's a habit. So we get used to, we used to think that way or act that way for many, many times, say thousands, millions of times. So there's a neuroplasticity that you have not only think that way, you have a neural pathway to connect in that way too. It's like a circuit in your brain to think that way. So it's I would say it's beyond the conscious mind. Yeah, it's difficult. It's hard. But once you realize it, you're following the old patterns and thinking. There's an opportunity there. You can pause, stop, be still. Maybe now you have a second thought or second choice or a better solution or action. And this need a lot of practice, because now you're gonna how to say defeat that old patterns, most time negative patterns, and create a new path, a neural path. And to create, now if you look, if you walk into the forest or nature, there's a trails. That trail has been stepped by lots of visitors or travelers. How many times you have to step on that trail to make it a real trail? 1,000 times, millions of times. In the same way, if you want to build up a new pathway, a positive pathway in your neuroplasticity, you have to walk on or act and think that way 1,000 times, millions times, and this takes time. So for the people, so that's why I said, the new practice starts. The real practice starts from the moment you can see your old patterns. So what in the future, when you and me, experience an unpleasant feeling or situation, pause a little bit, take a deep breath, couple of breath, calm down the body mind, be present. So instead all your attention goes outward to that people or situation, you withdraw your attention within, inwardly. So let that presence stand up. It's like you consciously be present and see the reactions outside and inside. So this is the practice of meditation. You realize you are the space. You're not object of the space. You are the ocean. You are not a wave in the ocean. Everything you can experience now is a type of a kind of wave in the ocean now, like this cup, like this computer or cell phone is just a wave in that totality. So you have to practice this way of looking, of perception, of experiencing again, as I said last time, your subconsciousness or your subconscious mind has to agree with the conscious mind that you are one with everything, and everything is a manifestation or projection of your true self. So you have to tell yourself again, and experience that again, until one day it becomes effortless. And it is our region. It does not seem to originally so, because our mind is twisted, distorted. Look at your education. Everyone is teaching you how to train your attention outwardly. Study math, music, sports. All your attention is outgoing through the, I don't know how old are you, 20, 30, 40 years. No one is telling you how. Bring your attention back. So that need time. It's a how to say, it's a defocus. Again, in Buddhism, in Heart Sutra or in Diamond Sutra, non-abiding. You are not attentive to anything you can experience. You're back to that all-inclusive awareness. Now, it is every moment. It is happening. It is so. It was originally so, all the time. But now, okay, maybe this Dong is talking about truth now, and because I'm telling you, your truth, your original truth, you can experience it. And that's why people, all the teachings encourage people to awaken, because we are originally so. You don't, in this context, you back to the pure awareness need no practice at all, because you are the awareness already. The training is, how to say, assigned to the mind only. Your pure awareness does not need any training. The training is only for the mind, because our mind is always outgoing for 30, 40, 50 years. It's a very thick, wild, and sticky pathway there in our brain. It's like highway. Now you get used to go that highway for 1,000 times, millions of times. Now you say one day, I don't want to go that highway anymore. No, the mind won't listen to you.
I know with sometimes when you mentioned that there's like this old conditioning of, when you look at progress or learning a new skill, you always kind of view it through how your mind adapts to like the knowledge and things like that. And it's interesting because this is like a complete undoing. And it's not really following, those conditions that you've been taught.
Yes.
And that's quite interesting, because I would find myself sometimes trying to, I know it's not a progress, but I would look back and see how I've done, so to speak. And I would approach it through like the mind, but obviously the mind is the mind, and it is what it is. And it's, you can't see progress in that way. So that was quite interesting.
Yes. So I always said that awakening has simply two steps. First, step out of mind. Step out of the world. Even this is not proper, because we're always in the world. But as a relative teaching, we say out of mind first, zoom out first, step back, and the purely observe. Once you can do this, you can again, the second step will naturally happen, meaning you can step in and zoom in and to engage with the life in a much more efficient, pleasant, productive, helpful. You don't create any chaos anymore, you can let go, so you don't create any chaos or unpleasant feelings among people, and at least a majority of that will decrease. And again, it's a process. So in Buddha's teaching, we have these 52 steps of awakening. It's so beautiful. But again, the 17th is the most important because now you can zoom out. Any other questions or experience? Otherwise, will be the end of this session. Time flies. Time flies.
I can't think of any questions right now, but I just want to thank you for your time and your answers.
My pleasure. My pleasure. So see you next week, Sunday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good week.
Yes, thank you. Good day, good moment, every moment. Okay, I think that's all for the day. Thanks for coming, Mimo, again. Bye.